Hey everybody, it's your buddy Dave Boyette. Time for another protest video. This one's an update to let you know how it's going for MAGA as they seek to pillage our Social Security. It's not all bad news, we got some good news. Check this out.
In a 137-page ruling, a judge blocking DOJ's unrestricted access to sensitive Social Security agency data, saying the Trump administration failed to justify the need for the data, which they claimed was crucial for identifying potential fraud. The judge calling DOJ's actions a, quote, fishing expedition, saying the group's approach to identifying fraud is tantamount to hitting a fly with a sledgehammer.
Well, I hope that gives you a little bit of hope. It does me, but we ain't out of the woods yet, not by a long shot, because there are people who are none too happy about what that judge had to say and did. And one of them is Trump's current Commerce Secretary and the most recent head of the Social Security Agency, Howard Lutnick. He is none too happy about what that judge did.
As we covered here on the show last night, for now, a judge has blocked DOJ from getting that information. Today, Trump's acting director of Social Security responded to that ruling by throwing a tantrum and saying if that ruling stands, he will shut down the Social Security Administration altogether.
Now, if that don't hang the rag on the bush, as my old dad used to say, this sure will. In the next clip, Howard Lutnick, the current head man in charge of Social Security, doesn't think that those of us that get Social Security really care if we get it or not. And if we miss a check and somebody complains, he thinks we're crooks. Just listen.
Who gave this answer to some other billionaires on a podcast to a question about people trying to intimidate DOJ.
Is it basically to put fear into people that are trying to find this waste and fraud? Is that what that is? The burning
Probably.
of the dealerships?
If you're, I describe it to people this way. Let's say Social Security didn't send out their checks this month. My mother-in-law, who's 94, she wouldn't call and complain. She just wouldn't. She'd think something got messed up, and she'll get it next month.
Yeah.
A fraudster always makes the loudest noise, screaming, yelling, and complaining. Anybody who's been in the payment system and the process system knows the easiest way to find the fraudster is to stop payments and listen.
Yeah.
Because whoever screams is the one stealing.
Well, what do you think of that? If I don't get my Social Security check, well, I'm pretty sure I'm going to complain. But not because I'm committing fraud. Because and I'm not exaggerating this, most of my Social Security goes to pay the mortgage on my house. It also goes to pay for some loans that I accumulated. Some are health related, like when I had prostate cancer and I wasn't eligible for Medicaid yet. Like when my old car just broke down, I had to get another one. Had to borrow for that. When my washing machine quit working, had to borrow some money to get that fixed. And some in my family needed help. Now, I'm not going to get into that because that's nobody's business. But I don't regret anything that's happened. I don't regret being in debt because it was just one of those things that had to be done. So if I complain about not getting my Social Security, it's because, well, I'll probably be homeless, and I'd rather not. I'm grateful for my little corner here, my little house, got a roof that don't leak and indoor plumbing. I think I got plenty. There's a lot of folks that don't even have that, and I'm grateful. But I'd like to keep on living in that in this house with the roof that don't leak and indoor plumbing. Because, well, I got some folks that I had to borrow money, and I owe them. And I'm obligated to pay them back. So much of my Social Security goes to paying debt. And I'm not going to get into the details because if I talked about it too much, well, I don't want to sound like I'm boo-hooing, because what happened to me and that debt and all that is no worse than what has happened to anybody else. Excuse me. You know, all I want in this life is to keep living in my little house and keep paying my bills. That's it. I don't think that makes me a crook. I don't think that makes me a fraudster. And I don't think all these other people that would complain would either. The actual amount of fraud committed in Social Security, and there is some, as near as I can tell from researching this subject, there is some, but it is so minuscule. And the way to deal with it is not to take the dry crumb, that old little biscuit that some of us still got and are glad to have it, and take that away from us. Take away the little we got and give it to somebody else. Like billionaires who don't want to pay taxes. I'm not going to waste my time being mad and complaining about them, because if it's a judgment day, well, whichever God I end up standing before, I was like, tell them, I tried to pay them bills, and I'll keep trying. Oh, anyway, I think I've said enough. You know, when you get old and cranky like me, you just don't know when to shut up. But I do think I should shut up now. So anyway, I just want to thank y'all for taking time to watch my little video. And don't worry about me, because I'm going to be okay. I don't know how, where, when, or why, or what. But I'm going to hang in there. In the meantime, I'm going to protest. I'm going to complain. And I'm going to fight for myself and the rest of us folks that needs it, for all the good it'll do. Oh, well. Let us not go quiet into that horrible fascist darkness. Let us rage and rage against the dwindling light. Y'all have a good day. I'll see you here, there, or in the air.